everyone, welcome to our first video of the class. In this video we're going to spend a few minutes getting our work environment set up to make things a little easier, and then we are also going to open a document and take a look at the way Photoshop organizes those documents. A couple things I wanted to point out. If during the course of the class you forget, we're going to be using quite a few of these tools along the side, and if you forget what the tool icon looks like, I just wanted to point out that if you hover your mouse over any of these tools, it will give you a little tool tip there with the name of the tool, which is often very helpful when you need to remember what you were looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and open a file so that you can see what this environment looks like with a file in it. And we're going to open the template that we're going to use to make our first card. It's a very simple template, but it'll get us started. So I'm going to go up here to File, Open, and you'll have to navigate to where you stored your Lesson 1 materials. And you're looking through for Paper Garden or PGP Template 1A PSD. PSD is a Photoshop document, which is what you need. So you're going to click on that and you're going to hit open. Okay, so you have a document here now, and this document will help us with setting up some other parts of our work environment. So if we go over here to this side, you'll see that there is a bunch of layers here, and now all of a sudden you have these document pieces in here. Now your elements may look something more like this because this effects palette is open. We're not going to be using that right now, and we would like to have as much room as possible to look at the palettes. So just to collapse those, you can just click that little white triangle and it'll collapse that. And then if the undo history is open, you can do the same thing, just collapse it. So what you want is to be in full edit mode, not quick, but full. So if it's over here like this, you really want to click it and get it into full edit mode. Takes it a second. Okay, so full edit mode clicked here, and only the layer palette open is what you want. The other thing we want to set up is you can zoom in and out of Photoshop with your mouse scroll button, which is very, very helpful to have. So we're going to set that up. If it doesn't work for you, you can go to Edit, Preferences, General, and then you want to look for this right down here and click it if there's no check mark, Zoom with Scroll Wheel, and then hit OK. So that will allow you to be able to zoom in and out. Okay, the other thing I want to point out is your document may look like this. What you want to do is hit this little up arrow. Sometimes it's nice if you're working on something and you want more space to collapse that little bin at the bottom so you can have a little bit more room to work. But most of the time you'll want to have this open, because what this bin does is it stores all of the documents that you have open so that you can see what you have. So if you open 3 different digital papers, right here you can see the document that's there, and then there'll be another thing here and another thing here. So it'll allow you to see what you're working with. And you'll see how easy it is to move the documents around that way. Okay, one last thing that we do want to set up. You can see that I have rulers displayed here. If your rulers are not showing, you can go up here to View, Rulers, and if it's not checked off, just click it. See, I clicked it and it shut it off, so you just go to View, Rulers. One other thing I want to show you under that, you can do View, Grid, and then you will get a grid with, at the inch lines, and with subdivisions of a 1/4 inch in between. There are times when you're working close and tight you might want the grid. Other times visually it's just kind of in your way, so you can shut it off at any time. The other thing is, if you don't like to work in inches, if you'd rather work in metric, you can do Edit, Preferences, Units and Rulers, and you can set this ruler to be any of these different measurements just to help you whatever works best for you. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to save this document under another name so that as we're working on it we don't accidentally overwrite our template, and then we wouldn't have our template to use, especially if we altered it substantially. So we're going to say File, Save As, and I like to create a work in progress document, or sometimes I'll name it by what I'm working on, but somewhere where I can save my files that's subdivided away from the templates. And you do want to save it as a Photoshop document because you're going to be working with it that way. And I'm just going to change the name of it from template to card so I can keep track of what I'm working on. And I'm going to hit save, and it will look the same, but in the next video we're going to start working with this and turning it into an actual card.